What's up, guys? We are in the Little Wrecker today. We are gonna go pick up a Ford Edge that's broke down on the side of the road up here. Said it was next to some apartments that are like at the next intersection, headed that way. I believe it's unattended. I think he left the keys for us. As far as I know, it just died. It doesn't run. All the tires and everything should be good. It's a Ford Edge, so I'm assuming it's front wheel drive. It's possible that it's all wheel drive. Some of those are, we can go either way. So we're gonna have to figure that out. We might have to throw dollies, but we'll see when we get there. I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be front wheel drive. I hope it is. I don't like throwing dollies on the side of the highway, so should be up here on this stretch of road ahead of us. So we are gonna see what we got here in just a minute. Right, so it's right here. Oop, it's going yellow. That's a Ford Edge. Yeah, this is one of the older ones, so it's very possible that it's front wheel drive. We're gonna pull up right about here. See what we got. Go ahead and get our wheel lift and everything lowered down as soon as traffic gives us a break here. Oh. Before I get to messing with anything, I am going to, the 2x4s on the ground. Snap my pictures while I have a break in traffic. Okay. Keys should be in the fuel door, and they are. So cool thing with the tow book, the dispatch software I use, which I get a bunch of questions on, like what I use to take my pictures and all that kind of stuff. And I use the tow book dispatch software. Most of the time you can type in the license plate, and it'll auto-populate the VIN number and the drivetrain type and everything, but for whatever reason this one's not populating. It's locked. Get a break in traffic here so I can get inside. I'm assuming this thing is only front wheel drive. We got a brake right here. I'm going to scan the VIN number. Yeah, see, it pops up front wheel drive. So I don't even have to get under this thing to look at it, or say you were like not with the vehicle. You were just asking questions. You're like, hey, ask the customers, like, is it all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive? And you could have the customer give you the license plate number, and it would automatically tell you, like, before you even see the vehicle, if it's all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, whatever it is. That way you can know if you're gonna need dollies or flatbed or whatever, before you even get hooked up or get on scene. You can kind of have an idea. Get my wheel lift extend it out. This is gonna be probably right about there on the adjustment. So what I'm gonna do is back up, scoop it here. Like that. We got a bunch of traffic coming, so I'm gonna take a break here. Just chill out. Once this dump truck comes by, we're good. One more after the dump truck. Let me see, moved over. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good there. We'll get over here on this side. We're good. And that kind of sucks is because we're on the edge of the road here. The wheel lip's at an angle. Traffic we got. We're good on traffic. Raise my boom a little bit so I don't whack my head. It's not actually what we need. I really need to go through this a little bit. It's good. Widen my wheel grid one click here. Well, we got a brake. Traffic. Alright, so get back over here. We can lift her up. Also gotten a bunch of questions lately about people wanting to see my big wrecker getting used again. I had a few people ask, why haven't I used it? And it's because you remember from a few videos back where I said I didn't have it and it was getting stickers put on. It's still getting the stickers put on. But from what I'm told, it should be back for me this weekend, which is right now while you're watching this is the weekend for me. I don't know, y'all would probably see this in a couple of days. I don't know exactly when this one will get posted. Depending on that and when I get the truck back, may or may not have some clips with the truck in it. Well, all right. The road's pretty wide here. I could probably turn. I can see traffic coming this way over that hill. Traffic's kind of stopping. Traffic behind us. Nothing in front of us right now, though. Come on. Come on. Alright, it should be good. Alright. Turned around. Now we get to haul this thing all the way back to Manville. So yeah. Really look to see hauling it to a house or a shop or what, so we're gonna get this thing hauled over for the customer. I don't know if I'm gonna film the drop off or not. I'll see what it looks like when we get over there. It's really just not gonna be anything exciting, so I probably won't film it. It's literally gonna be the opposite of what we just watched. So we'll probably just use this as a clip for a bigger video, like a longer video, do something else in it, include this with, you know, something else. So hopefully the next thing you see is me picking up the big truck with all the stickers and everything on it, and have some jobs and stuff for it here soon as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this one done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, subscribe, like, and share. We'll see y'all whatever comes up next. What's up, guys? So we're back, and you will see behind us that the International is back home. So here is the decals, which if you've seen some of my social media posts, you probably already seen a couple pictures that I posted on the Night Ox Facebook page. Got the logo, phone number, TDLR number, my services. You state that you're supposed to display as per is required by the state. On this truck, I opted, since the back of it's pretty open, you can actually see the back window on this one. I put the Tow Truck Dustin logo there with the socials and stuff, whereas like on the smaller wrecker that's here on the side of the toolbox with the services, kind of the same setup, except this truck I put the Tow Truck Dustin logo up there because it was kind of an awkward setup, because on this truck, as opposed to like the small wrecker, that, you know, we have a lot more surface area as far as like, because this truck has like the big the tunnel box, but on this truck it only has this toolbox door on the driver's side. It doesn't have one on the passenger, so it was kind of awkward. Plus how some of the lights and the handles and kind of stuff laid out, it was just kind of weird. You couldn't really get stuff to proportion right and have like the other one where I had like the socials and stuff here on either side. So we opted just to leave the back blank and put the services and stuff there. On the little wrecker, you can see it's got the phone number on the boom. This one, because it has the dual hydraulic cylinders, whereas that one just has like the one hydraulic cylinder on the bottom right there, as opposed to the two on the side. The boom has a lot less surface area, so I didn't put the phone number on the boom on this one. I put it under the logo, which it fits pretty good there, I think. So I've been out fixing a few little little things on this one. Got this mud flap secured. I noticed it was loose, so I secured it up. I actually had to put new bolts in it because the old bolts were like seized in it. A few other little things I'm going to be fixing and messing with. On the other hand, the Jeep, I'm actually, as soon as I end this clip here, I'm going to be loading it up and taking it back to South Texas Off-Road. Over the weekend, the rear end kind of let go on it. So I've had a few little issues with that. So I'm going to take that back to South Texas Off-Road, let them look at that. I've actually had a chunk of the pinion come apart on that one. So we're fixing to get the little wrecker, load up the Jeep, and haul it to them. So hopefully we can get this thing back. So in the meantime, until it's back, we're probably going to be using the little wrecker, since it's four-wheel drive, for any off-road calls that we get, as long as it's not like bad muddy, because obviously this truck is a lot heavier than the Jeep. So we are going to be doing that next. The big truck's back. I know a bunch of y'all been asking about when I was going to be using this on some jobs, because y'all kept seeing me use the little wrecker. And, you know, kind of like I've said, the whole reason I wasn't using it was because I didn't have it. Well, it's back now. So looking forward to getting to use it on some jobs, and the added capability that it's going to bring us in the fleets, because the little wrecker is just not very happy when it comes to towing heavy stuff, and the International, that's what it's made for. So enough rambling. I'm gonna go ahead, get this thing on the little wrecker. Obviously you're gonna have to throw it on dollies, because the Jeeps, how the transfer cases and everything are made, you either have to flat tow them, or you have to flatbed or wheel lift and dolly. And because I don't have a flatbed here, I could go get a trailer, but because I don't have a flatbed yet, we're gonna wheel lift and dolly, which also means I'm going to use my little wrecker, because I don't have a wide enough set of dollies on the big wrecker, even though I would much rather use the big wrecker for this. I'm not going to tow it with two wheels on the ground, even though I could. It probably wouldn't hurt anything, but you know, I'm not going to do it for the distance we're going to be towing it. It's possible people do it, you know. I'm not doing it. It's not the right way. So this truck, I widened the wheel lift to where it can go wide enough to be able to tow the Jeep. The wheel lift on the big wrecker isn't wide enough. I could still probably chain sling it or something like that. Maybe possibly fork it. It's how the axles are on these things. It's got the sway bar in the way, all the extra brackets. And even possibly could fork the front. Not really a good place. Again, there's just so many brackets and brake lines and stuff on these modern solid axle vehicles. It's just kind of hard to fork them. So I could probably chain sling it, which was my plan, but I would have to take the dollies off of it and literally just throw the dollies up on here, which is kind of how the axles are for the old Collins dollies that are on it. But I haven't even checked out these dollies to see if they're even good to use. Grease everything up. Those axles I know probably don't go wide enough. I'd have to throw the axles in here, which I could do, but I'm not. So enough rambling. I gotta get this thing loaded up so I can haul it to Sweeney, to South Texas Off-Road, and have that back. So that's what we're gonna be working on next. We got backed up over here to the Jeep. I had to put it up on blocks because my L-arms weren't long enough to sit down. My L-arms weren't long enough to go around the tire. Well, it was on the ground, so now that gives me all the room I need. I'm gonna go, since this tire is so large, go to the widest settings so that it's not, it's actually holding kind of down into the, as deep into the socket as it can, because it's not, only reason I really like to, I'll do this sometimes, put a board underneath the tire so that I can get a closer bite on it to hold the vehicle up higher, which obviously on this one there's no issues with clearance whatsoever. So this is why I really wanted to use my big wrecker, or my little wrecker, just because my wheel lift actually goes wide enough I can use the wheel grids instead of having to like try to chain sling it. So this truck I don't think even has enough, just from trying it in the past, I don't think this one even has enough tilt up to be able to chain sling something this tall. The big truck would be able to do it no problem. Before I get into all this, I'm gonna turn the truck off. There's no point in having it sitting there running while I'm sitting here trying to throw dollies and strap this thing down. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing strapped down. Pull out a whole bunch of strap on this one because the tire's so big. This is probably one of the biggest like size vehicles, like tires, that I've towed with this truck since I've had it. Strap, kind of catch them in between the lugs there. There we go. Same thing on the other side. And it's done because I didn't show it, because that's just the same as the other side there. Now we get to bring out our in the ditch dollies. Okay, so I've started doing the dollies, but I came to realize that I don't know if that's going to work or not. I have a little bit I can go in. Came to realize that I messed up. I should have known better, because I had to put that end on blocks to get the L arms in there, which means the dollies were also going to be kind of the same problem because the tire's so big. So rather than unhooking everything and moving the Jeep and everything, we're just going to use the hydraulics to hold the Jeep up on top of some wood blocks here. See if I got enough underreach to get it up on top of there. There we go. Barely had enough. That means should be able to pull the dollies forward now. I left them hooked to the axles. So all I would have to do is like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to probably about that middle slot. That'll let me. Should. Now we get to eyeball it and see how square we are, because we need this thing as square as we can get it. I think that's pretty good. Side, a little bit there. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Lock these back in. Now, the fun part is cranking the dollies over, which luckily this is the light end of the Jeep. Oh. Hi. This is part that kind of makes you wish you had a flatbed. There. Hope I didn't lock that one in. This one should go fairly easy because most of the weight's already being held up. All right. How square do we look? Pretty good. Pretty good. Boy. The dolly pull up. One to extend back out on our wheel lift there. Gonna get the wood blocks. Finish strapping this all down. And we'll be ready to go. Gotta turn my lights off and stuff. I left my lights on so that way it would, since I'm sitting in the middle of the road, even though there's not really much traffic here, still left them on. And now my Jeep's really tall. I'm going to regret leaving the lights on. Turn Nose off. Set my parking brake. Alright. I'm going to finish this up. Not really much to see here. I just got to put the straps on the dollies. I think that's it. So I'm gonna haul this thing over there so they can get this thing fixed for me, so I can get it back. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, subscribe, like, and share. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.